Welcome to the Haunted Hills mountain bike track. It's ranked 4.8 stars, and I do wonder if that's in part because over that hill there is a real cemetery. And if you have a look at the track, it's actually quite technical and detailed and goes over the hill there as well. And from what I understand, it was designed by real mountain bikers, and the tracks, while in some cases are considered short, the more technical ones are really difficult, and I guess it's because of that input. And I also wanted to show you down here is what I understand to be the only skull and crossbone pump track in the world. And look at the beautiful clouds over there as they're rising. And that's what brings me to what we're talking about today, is the difference in sales between tactics and strategy, and how strategy will result in much more sales if you approach it that way. I'm puffing a little bit. I've just walked straight up the hill instead of around the track. But I wanted to talk about two different types of business owners that I've encountered. And we might actually walk into a little bit of fog here as the cloud is actually lifting. It's really cool this way. You'll see that shortly. But two different types of business owners, one that focuses on tactics and one that focuses on strategy. And what's the difference? Well, let's take an example of someone sends out 100 flyers, and that's a tactic to generate sales. And the person that focuses on the tactic, if they get two responses and two sales out of that, the person that focuses on tactics may actually look at that and go, that's not very successful, that hasn't worked very well, because 98% didn't respond, and they throw it in the bin and they don't do anything more with it, and it becomes a bit of a failure as a strategy. But what they're overlooking is that, come this way, Mr. Camera, put it up this way. This is where the track goes. We're going on the veritable track, which goes around this way. And you might be able to see a little bit of fog now. But what the person that focuses on strategy, the business owner or the salesperson that focuses on strategy, what they're doing is they're thinking bigger picture, longer term, which is where tactics is short term. It's like get us a response and it doesn't work, so they throw it out. So 98%, only 2% responded. That doesn't work. Whereas the person that focuses on strategy thinks longer term. What they think about is, okay, I've got two customers now. They're not thinking about the immediate sale, which is short-term thinking. They're thinking longer term. What is the lifetime value of that customer? And they have strategies in place so that when that customer comes in, they nurture that customer. They're thinking of that longer term future sales. So it's not just a 2% return that they've got. They're thinking of, well, that customer is likely to come back and have repeat business. So how do I manage the customer in a way so they get an excellent experience and therefore they want to come back? And so that's really the difference between that longer term strategy and just focusing on tactics. A business owner that focuses on tactics notices and goes, I got 2% return on that initiative, 98% didn't work, it's a failure. And that's that short-term thinking. Whereas when you have strategic thinking, your thinking is longer term, and also too, it's strategic. That flyer being sent out was not about getting a sale, it was about creating a relationship, a long-term relationship with specific clients. And that's where that works in your favor, because when you think strategically, you're looking at that long-term value where the customer comes in, you get a sale, you manage that customer so that you get ongoing sales for the rest of that customer's buying experience, buying lifetime. And the other aspect of that, when you're thinking strategically, and you might not be able to see me clearly, I'm trying to stay where the sun's not in front of the camera. And the other thing when you're thinking strategically is that you go, well, okay, I'm managing this customer, but part of the strategy you have is focusing on that customer referral system as well. so that not only do you get the lifetime value of that customer is so satisfied, they actually recommend you to other people. So that's the difference between strategic thinking and tactical thinking. The tactical thinker thinks, I just got a couple of sales, it didn't work. The strategic thinker is thinking, I've got a couple of sales, how do I leverage that not only to the lifetime value of that customer, but to the lifetime of all the other customers. We're at the top of the hill here at the Haunted Hills mountain bike track, and I just wanted to take a bit of time so you can just see this breathtaking view right up the top here. It's just stunning morning. It's winter, obviously I'm wearing a jacket and a hat because it is quite cold. There is absolutely no wind, but it is so beautiful. You've got the sunshine out, you've got that crisp morning bringing that vibrancy, and this is the top of the hill and all the tracks go out all the different ways. So I just wanted to share that with you. Now, it's just such a beautiful place to be. I've taken a walk down the track called Trick or Treat, which I'm thinking is for Halloween obviously, but I just thought I'd see how we can go down here, and just gone over a jump. This track is really quite technical, and it's just got a jump coming into a very sharp turn as we're about to go around it. Is because we had rain, it's still a little bit wet. Let's see how my cameraman handles this. Come on, Mr. Cameraman. You've got here, as you can see, there's another burn going this way. Come this way and you can see, so I run down here. Let's see if the camera can keep up. But look at this. There's all these jumps. It's called the gap jump. Over here, you've got the gap jump. And look at this. Oh, wow. This would freak me out if I was coming down this on a mountain bike. You've got to jump. You can go down this side here. And it's quite steep as well. You really got to appreciate how steep it is down here. This is fun. It's fun running, so I can only imagine what it would be like on a bike. Whee! Check this out. Anyway, this is Trick or Treat at the Haunted Hills mountain bike track. There's lots of tracks here to explore. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun running, but just be careful if you are here walking around. That is designed for mountain bikes. I'm just going to go through this, see if I can do this jump. And it's a double, so you can double that on a mountain bike. So I've made it down here to there's a bridge that goes underneath. So there's a cross path, which is quite safe if you're flying down on a mountain bike. So what I'm going to do, so I've come to the bottom of well, not the bottom, but this part of Trick or Treat, and now I'm going to go back up whatever trail this is, so I get back up to the top. There's another bridge over there, as you can see, through the forest. Look how foggy it is. You can see that somewhere in the background there. I don't know if you can see it. There's another bridge. I'm going to take a shortcut through here. This track goes all the way that way. But I'm going to jump across here to this track and take a shortcut up. That loops around that way. So I'm going to cut through the grass here and go back up again. And try and get back to where the main station is. So if I head up the hill, but you can see, look at the background there. Look how stunning it is on a morning like this morning out here. Just enjoying this beautiful, beautiful landscape that we have in our region, in our country. It's just something wonderful to be able to share with people and enjoy. Just cutting through here. There's another track that goes through here. I'm trying to work out where I am. I've wandered somewhere and I have no idea. Okay, I can see there's a tower up there, which is where I come from. And as I'm going through here, going through the forest, as you can see, trying to find my way back. Okay, now I can see, all right, where I am. There's a track running through here, walking through the forest. And if I circle around, I'll just move forward a little bit more, but you'll be able to see where the skull and crossbones is. So if I circle around this way, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a row of trees here along what looks like a road, but through there, and through that way, you can see where the skull and crossbones pump track is at the Haunted Hills mountain bike trail. But now I'm looking at going, I've got to walk down this hill in this valley and then back up the other side. certainly a way of keeping fit. Oh, look up here. Looks like there's a couple of seats. This is going to be interesting. Let me just take you up here and show you this. What we've got here. Oh, this is cool. You've really got to check this out. This is so cool. Yeah. So there's a couple of seats here, but on top of that, for those of you like your motor vehicles, your Mad Maxi type things, I was going to try and flip the camera around, but it doesn't work while I'm recording, so let me flip around. And there we go. Look at that. Mad Max. So you cycle past that, so you can see the trail, or you actually come back that way, because that says no entry. It says no entry there. So I go across here. It's well laid out. So if you have a look here, there's trail maps showing you where to go. The different tracks, there's tons of green ones, there's plenty of blue tracks, and there's quite a number of black tracks as well. So, and there's a disclaimer in black under the black tracks, so be careful. This is stunning. I mean, so look at the sun coming through, reflecting off the clouds there. It's quite amazing. And then if you look over this way, the blue sky, we've got the low-lying clouds and the valleys there. Just makes you feel alive. Just really enjoying this, getting out amongst it, and sharing in that. So I've done a ride. I've come back out at the veritable trail, back where I started before. So I'm making it back. Just so many cool things here to explore. I'm going to sneak through here and see if I can cut through. So this is how we get to veritable, through these here. And now, as you can see, as I come along this side here, I've got this spectacular view. Just let me show you this. You're going to get a bit of a sun glare. I'll just move this way a bit so you can see. Just wait a minute as I get to a good position. And now, as I swing around, look at those clouds. And then as we come through here, you've got there we have the Skull and Crossbones there. This is such a beautiful valley to check out and enjoy. Thank you for spending time with me here at the Haunted Hills Mountain Bike Track. And remember, with your sales, put strategy into place over tactics. So this is the Haunted Hills Mountain Bike Track. I'm on Trick or Treat. I have no idea where I am, so I've got to find my way back now. But it's a lot of fun. I'm having a great time, obviously. We'll cut that out. Got to look where you're going as you're walking.